Hey, good morning, guys. Bob here. Saturday morning. Let's see, September the 20th. What is today's date? No, September the 16th. Lord. I'm out here in the shop doing a little fabricating. I enjoy fabricating, building the race cars, building hot rods, that kind of stuff. Not any good at it. Never been trained or anything like that. I just enjoy doing the watch YouTube videos, and I'm gonna let you guys watch me, and you'll see what not to do. So, because I'm sure Mary Pooh will tell you what I'm doing wrong. Anyway, so we're gonna do some fabricating. Just let me turn you around here. By the way, guys, check out my Furious sweatshirt. Ain't that cool? I had about 20 of these made up, I think 2 years ago. I kept 5 for myself, gave a couple away to sponsors, and sold the rest. And so I don't know. I may make up some more later on, but it's just a cool looking old shirt, an old sweatshirt. I think I made some t-shirts, but the t-shirts are in color and they're different. Got the car doing a burnout in front of the Christmas tree, and it's kind of crazy, but sold a bunch of those too. But anyway, let me get back to work here. Anyway, I might print some more of these shirts out later on. Anyhow, I just took this, I bought these off of Amazon. They're 4.5 inch cutting disc for a grinder. And I've been pretty pleased with them. I bought a 50 pack. I've done quite a bit of cutting with them. Well, obviously I haven't done too much, I'm gonna use 3 of them, but they hold up really well. I just cut this. Don't worry about it being true. I'll take the grinder and finish it. I just want to get a cut right now. But this is 1/4 inch steel, 1/4 inch thick steel. And I got to cut this one too. And then later on we're going to narrow it down, probably cut down this way. But and I'm going to do some grinding to shape it up, and then later on do a little welding. I've got my welder out here, a little Harbor Freight 90 amp flux, which is okay. I don't know if it's going to weld this or not. I'm going to put a couple of tacks in it, see how it holds up, and I may send it off to a buddy of mine that's a welder and let him do it. But before I do that, I'm going to put this wire in. This is phony wire. It's supposed to be a better wire than what came in that Harbor Freight welder, and it's same thickness, 30 thousandths. So I'll install this wire, see if it cuts, see if it welds better than the wire that was in this machine. So that's the plan. So I'm going to set you up on the tripod and let you guys watch me go at it. All right, guys, so I got the new piece of metal clamped down. I got my face shield on, if you can see it. And we're gonna go to cutting this piece of metal. It's 1/4 inch thick steel. So I think these cut pretty good, but you let me know what you think. All right, guys, that wasn't too bad. That disc is getting a little bit low there. I've had a little bit of trouble. I used that disc on about 4 or 5 pieces of metal now. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna switch it over to a grinder and grind this edge down kind of nice. And we'll get you put back on as soon as we get that switched over. Okay guys, it's easy to swap from the cutting disc to the grinding disc. You see the grinding disc is pretty thick, the cutting disc is pretty thin. Always unplug your grinder so it don't bite you. And you take one of these tools here, see how it's made. Wouldn't hurt to buy a couple of these if you're gonna get into this, because I lost this one time. Misplaced it. It took almost a year before I stumbled on it again. So you hold that little button right there down. That's the brake. And you just simply line those two. Oop, had that thing on good. Turn it out. Break it loose with that wrench. Turn it out. Make sure you keep the brake held down. This thing's designed to go 2 different ways. Okay, this way we're going to put it with that bevel to the inside. See that little bevel right there? It's going to fit in that groove there. And that way it won't wobble around and come loose. So it gets good and tight. It's not wobbling around. There we go. All right. Now just plug it in and turn it on just to make sure everything's good and tight. Point it away from anything you don't want it to hit in case it does come off. Just a simple on-off switch. And it locks in place. And you hit that, then lock it. So let's get to shaping up that piece of metal over there. And we'll relocate you. Alrighty. Get the safety gear back on. We're only going to smooth up this side, but we're finished with this side. I'm still going to cut on one side or the other. Try to make it not quite as wide. And we're just going to kind of shape it up a little bit. Hot as a pistol. So let me grab my other glove. I don't like wearing this glove when I'm grinding because I can't feel the button that good. And let me take this off and swap out to the other one over there. Grind on it some. Oh, me, too tall. This table's too short, I'm too tall one day. Alrighty. Making some progress this morning. Man, the same thing, we find the edge, we cut this one here. Clamp it down. Take these gloves off, might be a little quicker. There we go. I might time lapse you on some of this. We're gonna look at it. Yeah, I just want to show you guys right here doing work in the shop and work on stuff too. I'm trying to start showing more videos of me doing work if I can, because I'm out here so much doing stuff. Let's see how they go, if they get any views. All right, got that one on. Let's grind on it some. Put this on first. In case you didn't know, it's got a little adjustment back here for the headband. If you're new to this kind of stuff, alrighty. I think that's all the grinding we need to do for now. That's good enough for what I'm doing. All right, let me go test fit these pieces, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so this is the section here I'm going to cut off right here, and this will be the side we saved. It'll be welded to the seat frame. I'm going to switch the grinder disc back out to the cutting disc, and I'm going to put a fresh cutting disc, because that's a lot of metal right there, and I think that other disc was wore down somewhat. It was about 20-30% smaller than that one, so it'd been cut down quite a bit. I had used it on about 6 or 8 inches of steel, and it was still cutting good, but it just wasn't big enough it was bottoming out. So I think those discs do pretty good. But you guys know one that's better, to last longer. These were relatively cheap for a pack of 50, so I'm pleased with them. But if you guys know something better, let me know. Anyhow, I'm not going to film this. You've seen it cut, so let me get these 2 pieces of metal cut, and mock it back up one more time, make sure we're right, and I'm gonna do some more grinding. All right, guys, you can see just that, see how much is ground down, just that one 18-inch long cut. Did that, cut it down that much. So I'm gonna put another fresh disc on it. I can still use this, but I don't want to use it on something that big. It'll be good for some of the smaller jobs and some of the thinner jobs. But I'll go ahead and put a brand new cutting disc on it. Got plenty, so just so you know. Okay, I got the 2 pieces of metal cut. Here's the 2 scrap pieces here. We'll use them on something else probably. There's the other piece. So let me switch disc again, and we'll grind this edge down smooth and mock it back up. See how good a fit we got. All right, folks, so here's the part of the seat frame I'm working on. I'm probably going to cut this back off on the bottom. I didn't like the way that wire I had in it, this old cheap wire, so I bought some better wire. But I'm not worried about that. It's just sitting about 1 inch too high, and that's about 1 inch there. So I'm going to probably just grind that off. But we're getting ready to weld this. This is the plate you saw me cutting. I'm getting ready to weld that to this piece here, this piece of steel here. So let's see if this new wire on this cheap Harbor Freight welder will get the job done. Set you up on the tripod. All right, guys, this thing, it's a flux core, so it spatters really bad. That's the old wire did. I hope this new wire doesn't spatter as bad. So I've got you a good 4 feet away from it. Hope you can see. Matter of fact, we could probably, no, it won't let me do that. Maybe during the editing I can, when I'm on facing me mode, it won't do that. So, all right, let's get at it, see what happens here. Let's see if this wire is if this wire doesn't work with this welder, I'm going to take it somewhere and have it welded. Well, that didn't go too good. I can't tell that wire was any better than what I had, and I increased the wire speed, and it messed me up big time. So I'm gonna have to practice with that some more. That's an awful thick mess, 1/4 inch steel. That welder says it can only do 3/16. So I'm probably going over, for a beginner especially, So that's not working. So I'm gonna have to carry it somewhere and get it welded. But I got it tacked in good. It's sloppy. I'm gonna get the grinder out and grind it down a little bit. But there you have it. That's what I did today. I was hoping to get all this stuff wrapped up so I could get it mocked in better. We may still be able to do that. We'll see. All right, folks. So I got everything clamped down like I want it. I've got it traced out and marked. You can see the curve right here of how I want the frame, the seat actually is attached to. And I'll drill the appropriate holes. I think it's 2 here and 2 there. And same with here. Frame kind of goes this way on that one and that one. So, and we'll get that bolted in. We'll mock it up one more time just to make sure we got everything right. But I'm gonna get him to weld a bead through there and a bead up here on this end, and then that should do it. And the seat frame will sit right here. Plenty of room to bolt it in on the back side, I think. And if not, I'll just notch a little section right in there. But, whew. So unfortunately, my welder would not do the trick. Would not weld this 1/4 inch steel plate. It did okay. These welds, I had this piece that was welded to the bottom of here on each of these. And I had to cut those off of that cutter disc and then take a hammer and beat on it. I actually did get, even though the welds didn't look that great, they were strong. So probably would have been okay with those. I hadn't completely finished welding them. I just kind of had some beads laid down, but probably this is about as thick as you want to get. I think this is 3/16. So that 1/4 inch was just too much. Anyhow, folks, I appreciate you watching the videos. Like I said, the channels, the views have been up quite a bit here lately, especially on the older videos. I've been asking you guys to scroll down, because it helps our algorithm when you hit that like button and you scroll and watch 2 or 3 more videos and watch the complete video all the way to the end. That really does help us, and continue to bring you some content. There's just regular old guys out here working in their shop behind their house. And so I appreciate it. And scroll down. A lot of you guys have been doing, some of the videos are over a year old and they're getting hits again. That's great. That is really great. And there's a lot of stuff on the channel, all kind of stuff. I'm going to try to start showing some more build stuff and different things if I can, as I can. The car show videos, we'll still do those, the junkyards, all that stuff. And of course the racing. So folks, I really do appreciate it. It's really helping us out. And I really am happy to have all you guys on board. So thank you very much, folks. Bob out.